Our next guest is an actor, comedian, and cultural icon who's been entertaining audiences for decades with roles in hit movies like Big Fat Liar and voicing timeless characters such as Sonic the Hedgehog. But he first captured hearts as the lovable and hilarious Steve Urkel on the hit sitcom Family Matters and quickly became the face of the series. Let's take a look.
Want to hear my impression of a chicken yodeling?
No.
Did I do that?
Jaleel White joins us now in studio now as he steps into a new chapter with his memoir, Growing Up Urkel. Welcome to the show, Mr. White.
How you doing, Linsey?
I cannot complain. Talk to me about why you decided, you know what, now's the time to write a book.
You know what? People think that that would be my decision entirely. No, it's just timing. That's it. You know, there was an editor at Simon & Schuster that's part of the generation that's really kept me alive. A lot of millennials grew up on my stuff, and he really wanted people to understand some of the nuances of my actual childhood. And as I started writing down some things that equated to a proposal, I really started to see a roadmap to a book. And it just made sense. And I was like, man, let me get this out. Get this out.
This initially caught my attention when it says, does it bother you when people call you Urkel? And it sounds like it depends on in the context, right? Of course. And so give us a sense of when it's okay.
You know, if I come across a Southern grandmother and she sees me and goes, "Oh, baby, it's Urkel," it's not a big deal. Yeah. You know, if you're in a bar, you're on a beautiful date with your lady, and somebody wants to come over and do an impersonation as a 50-year-old man, it's like, brother, this really ain't the time. Right. And so I hear people's tone very acutely whenever they reference me or the character or even the show in any way.
What was it about Urkel? For example, reading the book, you find out he was actually just supposed to be on one show, guest appearance on one show, ends up being a fixture for 9 seasons. Yeah. What was it about you or the character that just had such staying power?
You know, the thing that I never really understood about the character until I became an adult myself, started going to Comic-Cons, and we all just started getting older, is how many people out there who wore glasses, particularly black boys, but not exclusive to black boys, you know, they were called Urkel. They were in any roasting session at school and, you know, in social groups. And somehow the character became a symbol for people surviving awkwardness. And so I talk about that really in depth in the book, how I met these people and came face to face. And also Jaleel, as a kid, I was going through my own awkwardness growing up playing that character. I was attending public school, and most people have no idea I attended actual public school throughout the entire run of that
Played
show.
on the basketball team.
I played on the basketball team. It did not go as dreamed. I did not get the big D1 scholarship. I barely got in the game.
You are now doing a game show, Flipside. Tell us about the show.
I love being a game show host. I really do. I think it plays to my strongest suit, and that's just the ability to connect with people that I've just met and understand their background and lead them through the questions and ultimately lead them to that bonus round to get that $10,000. So
give us an example, Flipside.
Well, you know, we ask one question to 2 different people. We'll ask flight attendants, we'll ask passengers, we'll ask doctors, we'll ask patients. And then we move on to a 3rd round that's my favorite, that's this or that. And that's as simple as Chick-fil-A versus Popeyes, waffle cut or truffle. And whoever gets the most, gets the most. The bonus round's my favorite also because we ask one question with 10 possible answers. You got to pick the top 5 that were polled and $10,000 if you get them correct.
Okay, I'm the truffle girl. I like the truffle fries.
Yeah. But does the nation like truffle?
Well, that's what you got to figure out, I guess, right? Jaleel White, what a pleasure to have you on the show. Growing Up Urkel will be available wherever books are sold starting tomorrow, and check your local listings for Flipside.